people, welcome to another episode of Grand Football TV. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Don't worry guys, it's not gonna cost you nothing. Just subscribe, just like, just share. You know, they tell me every time it helps with the algorithm, so please just do that. You're welcome again to Grand Football TV, and I'm your host, Mr. Chicks. So today we are looking at Game Week 4. I hope you've enjoyed the international break, or were you like me, waiting, anticipating, for Game Week 4 to be, with us. And here it is. Game Week 4 is here. So we're going to quickly look at the predictions. Well, today it's just me, and I'm going to do the predictions for the team, what I think is going to be the outcome for every game for Game Week 4. So we're going to go straight into it. We're not wasting much time. And the first game, Southampton versus Manchester United. The big game. Well, for one team, they need to get bounced back to winning ways, Man United. And Southampton, although they've been newly promoted, they haven't actually won a game yet. They've scored a goal, but they haven't won a game. So this game, they're playing at home. So you never know. They might want to make sure they give their fans something to cheer about. And obviously facing a Man United side that's not very, very confident at the moment, it might give them that opportunity to say, we might have caught them at the best time. And obviously the international break coming in between might have given them enough time to prepare themselves to cause an upset. So, having said all that, I'm still going with a Manchester United win. You would expect that Man United should win this one. Well, we all hope they do for their own sake. Otherwise, they'll carry on being the banter team. So they would want to win this. And I'm predicting a 2-1 scoreline. So Man United to win 2-1 is what I'm going for the first game, early kickoff on Saturday. The next one, I will be looking at Brighton versus Ipswich. Brighton, near the top of the table, nearly caused an upset in the last game against Arsenal. But they're still doing well, and their new manager, Hosler, he will be happy with his start. So they will be looking to cause another, not upset, because this is a newly promoted team they're playing, but everyone would not have expected them to be where they are now in the Premier League. So they probably want to carry on like that for a long time. So I see Brighton winning this one against Ipswich. Ipswich, take nothing away from them. I feel, in my opinion, they've been the best newly promoted side so far. They've, 14 games, although they've lost, but they have, shown that fighting spirit. At least they've eventually got a draw from their last game. So they would look at that and say, we can, build on that. So this game might be too soon for them to build on anything. So I'm thinking Brighton, because of how good they were before the break, they probably will just carry on from where they stopped. And I see this as a 3-1 win to Brighton. 3-1 to Brighton. The next game, Crystal Palace versus Leicester. Oh, another newly promoted team against a team who in the last game they found their feet a bit against Chelsea. They were able to come back and draw the game against Chelsea. So that would have given them a lot of confidence going into this one. And Leicester, they would say they fought hard in their last game but still lost. But this one, they will probably try and make sure they pick up a win. I know the last game was against Aston Villa for Leicester. So I think they did well. So anyway, this game, I see this one being a tough one to call. I can't separate both sides. I cannot say this team would win. So I have gone for a 2-2 draw. 2-2. The next game, Fulham versus West Ham, a London derby. It'll be interesting to see how this one ends Fulham drawing their last game. West Ham not so great in the last one as well. So this one I see, because Fulham's at home, I'm going for a 3-2 win to Fulham. 3-2. Fulham to win 3-2. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. For those FPL lovers, which you would see a video later on that, this might be a good game to captain Salah, because I feel he'll probably get in the goals and say, Haaland's, going too far away. I need to catch up with him a bit. So I'll probably score 2 or 3 in this game to, break the deficit, so bring him close. He might score more in his own game, but at least I've reduced how many he's leading me on the goal scoring chart. So this is a game I see Liverpool winning comfortably. Nottingham Forest, they've done well, but this might be one where they might struggle away from home. So I'm going for Liverpool to win 4-1. Liverpool to win 4-1. Manchester City versus Brentford. Again, Haaland, you could captain him in this one, but it will be a tougher test than Liverpool against Nottingham Forest, because Brentford are a very good team. And remember 2 seasons ago, I think it was, where they did the double against Man City. So this one might be another one where they probably would want to try and do that again, So I see Man City winning this one comfortably, I must add, and I see them winning 4-1 as well. I see them winning 4-1 against Brentford. Then Aston Villa versus Everton. Aston Villa versus Everton. Villa, they're looking good. They're looking like a good team. I know it's going to be tricky with the European commitments this season, but these are the kind of games you would expect them to win. With Everton not in the best of form, Everton, they're not in the best of form, and it'll be difficult to see when they'll come out of that, but I don't think it'll be just yet. So that is why I'm going for Aston Villa to win. Aston Villa to win against Everton, and I'm going for Villa to win 3-1. Their forward line is looking like there's a lot of competition now, so you would expect that each one of them would want to score, either Watkins or Duran. Those two are fighting for, who's the starting striker at the moment. So whoever starts will want to make sure they register themselves with a goal, or even more than a goal, to keep that spot for next game. So yeah, I'm going for Villa to win that one 3-1. Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Chelsea, not so great in the last game. They should have won that game against Crystal Palace after winning comfortably against Wolves, but it didn't happen. So this is a game where I see them, you never know, maybe this season Chelsea will be one of those teams who they're better away from home than at home, because that 6-2, remember, wasn't at home. So this one might come again away from home. I see Chelsea beating Bournemouth 3-1 away from home. And Kepa would not be available because that's his parent club, Chelsea, facing Bournemouth. Yeah? The big one for the weekend, the North London Derby. The North London Derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal. At least this year, Arsenal traveled to Tottenham first. So we'll see how that one pans out, if Arsenal can capitalize on traveling. But this game is coming at a very, very bad time for Arsenal, because they've lost Odegaard, Rice is suspended, and they might have a few other players with a little knock here and there. I've heard rumors of Calafiori not being fit. But all being said, Arteta, I'm sure, would put out a team that will be decent enough to, go for it against Tottenham. Tottenham, on the other hand, they'll be, vexed from their last game where they lost to Newcastle. So they'll be thinking, now we're at home, we need to, right this wrong and make sure we win. And obviously it's the North London derby. They always play well. But it's difficult to call a winner for this one. So I'm sitting on the fence and I'm going for a 2-2 draw. 2-2 for both teams to share the spoils. And the last game of the weekend, Wolverhampton versus Newcastle. Wolves versus Newcastle. Wolves will need to, try and make sure they start winning games. And I think they would want to start with this one, but Newcastle might have other ideas. They've started well as well. They haven't lost yet, albeit I think they've had 2 draws and a win, something like that. But this one, I'm calling it a draw again for Newcastle. So I'm going for a 1-1 draw in game week 4. So what are your predictions, guys? Let us know in the comment sections what you think, and if you think any of these teams would, go out and pull out a surprise, especially the newly promoted teams. Will Ipswich win at Brighton? Will Leicester win at Crystal Palace? With Southampton beat Man United? It's interesting. We'll see how that one goes. Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.
Yo, check this.